Good afternoon. It is Thursday, September 19th.
Yes.
This is the episode 68B of Three Sisters Knit Podcast.
There is no 68A, and we'll explain that in a minute.
And I'm Shelagh. You can find me on Ravelry as Shishi62.
And I'm Margaret, and you can find me on Ravelry as Magpie60. So this is a knitting podcast. We talk about knitting and yarn and maybe once in a while some other projects.
Some yarny adventures or if there's any that happen.
Yeah, and so we're going to talk a little bit about the projects. Sheila's got a bunch that she's working on. And
we're going to start with FOs.
We're going to start with FOs because, ta-da! Those of you who have followed along know I have been working on my arboreal, so I'm going to get a little bit closer. And I am finished, except for I do have to weave in the ends, but it is all done. I will stand up.
She's going to weave in the ends later tonight.
So I will do all of that, but it's done. I'm going to do a little something after, and I'll probably add that to the video.
Yeah.
But so you can see it in full, but it's done. Yes. And I'm so happy with it. It was such a fun, easy knit.
Yes.
And I think the other thing I might do, I think what I'll do is I'll maybe show it. I'll do a little video of it on the inside out, just so that you can see the helical knitting that I did, because I was so happy with how that turned out.
I've heard so many people love it.
It is
absolutely
so amazing.
Love it.
I mean, you know, as I said, you can see that I alternated skeins, and I didn't switch till near the end.
And she's got so much yarn left over.
And I've still got a lot of yarn. Like I bought a ton of this. It's a Malabrigo Rios, and the color is Bobby Blue, and I love everything about this. It was easy to work with. It was I don't know, I love the colors. I like the way, like if you look at the tones in it, but you can also see a little bit of where my decreases are. And I actually like to see how a decrease looks.
Yes.
You can see it a little bit on
the side,
where I decreased and then I increased for the hip, and I did make adjustments. Now, on my project page, I tried to include as much information as I could so I increased extra stitches because my bust is smaller than my hips, so I knew that I would have to make the hip area bigger. So that's what I did, and because I also knew I had plenty of yarn and I knew I wanted it longer, I knew there would be no issue with me doing that. So I've just done that, and so I will have some still photos on my project page at some point.
Yes,
soon.
Eventually.
And then I'll try. Like I said, I'm going to try and show a full-on shot so you can see what it looks like with me wearing it.
I know, it's so awesome. It's like,
it's done.
Finally.
And it's starting to get cool enough that I could kind of wear it. To me, I've always thought of this as being spring because this greeny color, this yellow,
that new leaf, like and grassy, and all the new buds and stuff.
It has that sort of look, but I'm definitely wearing it around soon.
Yes.
So but like I was saying to Shelagh, I have two full skeins of the blue left,
and 3 partial skeins,
and 3 like almost full, because I didn't have to switch out till the bottom of this. So these are my two of my partial skeins left. As you can see, I've got a fair amount left.
like I'd say more than 75% of each of those left.
Yes. So I am really happy with sort of how much I have left. So I'm actually thinking I might do like some sort of short sleeved
t-shirt of some sort, knitted top.
Yeah, so I want to do the same thing where I've got some color work at the top. I actually like this pattern, and I would probably, if I could come up with a design for to replace the leaves, and then just do kind of a short sleeve or something, and then maybe a shorter version, and do like kind of a crop, maybe.
Yes.
But it would be my
But yeah,
length
you
of a crop.
well, yes, because she's very long-waisted, so she needs that little bit extra.
Yeah. So anyway, I do have a lot of other DK weight yarns that I could probably figure out something that I could do.
Oh,
but like
for
I
sure.
said, I want to.
For sure. So one of the things, so that's her FO.
So that's my FO. And,
yeah. So and the reason we're 68B is we did record 2 weeks ago.
But then I got incredibly busy,
swamped with work,
crazy deadlines,
absolutely crazy.
So
and then an issue with the computer cord.
Oh yeah.
Which stopped you from working for
my
like 3
computer
days.
cord. You know where it attaches in at the so I have a Macintosh computer, and the white cord right near where it attaches.
There's the power box thing.
It just kind of bent, broke, frayed,
gone,
and so I couldn't use my computer. Just lost.
So that was like 3 days of work that she just could not do.
Yeah, I had to order from Amazon, which was great. I have to say, it was only like the second time I've ordered something from Amazon, and I managed to get 24-hour shipping, and then I could get back on. But anyway, I then had to focus so much on my work that I didn't get to.
She's been swamped, absolutely swamped. So some of the other things that we discussed. So we went back in our notes and we discussed I said, we'll just talk about everything over the last 2 weeks.
So the cool thing is I get to show you this finish because it wasn't finished on the last time.
It was not. It was
recorded.
not. So that's very cool. But one of the things I finished was these are the Pairfect socks. And I actually ended up giving them to Margaret.
Yes.
Because she likes a good snug fitting sock. Now both of them, I think I did that little.
Yes, that's sort of a notch.
And it's not sewn in.
No,
I'm
going to
have to
sew.
sew.
I might do
I
that
have to sew that in. Anyways, I got that idea off of Erin of Bling Your String, the Bling Your String podcast. She does, she casts on and then does about 3 rows, just going back and forth. Ribbing.
Yeah.
And then she attaches and starts to
in the round.
And it makes it definite that you're going to that the top is that little bit stretched, because sometimes you think you've done a stretchy, but when you go to put them on, you can feel that there's still there's still some tightness there. So it really does alleviate that.
And generally, like, neither of us has big calves sort of in that area where your cuff would meet.
Yes.
But we do have the high instep.
Very high instep.
And so sometimes getting things over.
As I like to say, duck feet, we have very wide ball of our feet and very
toes.
narrow heels.
But we have that high instep. And sometimes pulling a sock over that's tight. It gets really tight. So this kind of alleviates that.
So so I gave her this one pair.
And I've already worn them once because it actually got quite chilly.
The nights are chilly now. Yes. The days right now we're in beautiful weather. We're like, with the humidity, it's going up into what I would say is the mid-20s, I believe, which is low 70s. So because 20 Celsius is 68 Fahrenheit. So we're getting it a little a little bit warmer.
28 Celsius is 82. I always remember that because it's reversed and it's easy to remember.
Well, that's like 16 is 61.
Yeah. So, for those of you who don't do Celsius,
I don't know how to convert it.
I don't either.
I don't know. I don't remember the math.
I remember it. I just remember the numbers I like.
Yes.
I always like, and I'm always like, well, if it's 28, I'm happy.
Yes, exactly. Anyways, I also finished the monkey socks. So I've got both of them. I've got both of them. Did I bring them both down? If I didn't, oh well. But I did I finished both of them. Yeah. But so they're done. And I loved how that soft blank was knitting up. I have to see if I can find it.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. So this part here was from the sock blank. This is the main body of it, was a sock blank that you picked up from Rosehaven Yarn. It's so cute.
That's
the sheep
the
on
sock
it.
blank. Yes, it is right side up. Okay.
Yep. And
so that's how it knit up.
Knit up really, really nice.
Yes. Like, look at the bottom. Look at that. How it just
Isn't
that just awesome?
Little micro stripes
Yes.
in certain spots where the
Yes.
sheep were.
I know, and you get the little wee hints of green in there because there's little smidges of green, and like there's a little bit right here. There's you can just little bits and pieces of the green, which is not throughout the whole thing. It's just like more at the bottom.
Oh, down here.
So yes, and a little bit up between them. But yeah, so that is what that one was out of.
It's always so fun seeing how they knit up. Like you never really know what you're going to get.
That's why I really enjoyed sock blanks. At first I didn't get it.
Yeah.
But now that I've started using them a lot more, I love them. Absolutely love them.
Yeah.
So, but that is it for the FOs. But whips, I have several.
Yeah, I don't really have any whips. Well, I have my watermelon socks I've been working on, but I haven't even touched them.
She's been because
this was my focus.
That was her focus. This is my Birds of a Feather shawl, and I absolutely love it. So there is when oh my God, where was it? I moved it. I was down here somewhere where I last showed it to you, and I've got all of this done.
It's so pretty. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
The mohair is incredibly soft.
It is. It is so soft. So the main part here is Chili Knits, her yarn. And then this is Lizzie Ann's.
Oh yes.
And she's a Canadian dyer.
Yeah.
Let me see.
And it's so nice how they just match so beautifully.
Yes. So this one, the Chili Knits, is her alpaca sock, which is Peruvian, 50% Peruvian wool, 30% superfine alpaca, and 20% nylon. Oh, no, it's 50-30. 30% nylon, 20% alpaca.
It's really pretty.
Yeah.
Lots of mauves in there.
Yes.
Just very, very pretty.
And the Lizzie Ann, if I can find the Lizzie Ann tag. In here, I cannot seem to find it,
but it's really turned out well. I like the way you do like plain garter stitch.
Yes.
And then every second one is that pretty, what is that, feather and fan?
Yes, it's a feather and fan. So so you just like it really started out with just that, and then a little bit more, and then that, and a little bit more, and then the feather and fan, and then 1, 2, 3, and then a feather and fan, then 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to do a feather and fan the next one around.
That's so nice.
I know, it is so nice.
It's really lovely.
And the pattern is pattern's really good, and I am on section 11, and there are 16 sections.
Oh, so you're more than halfway.
Yes, I'm more than halfway done.
That's great.
So I'm absolutely thrilled that it's going to be done. Yeah. I'm hoping to work on it on my way down to Florida when I leave in a month.
Oof. But you'll get it done easily.
Well, I've got...
Although it does get bigger, I understand.
It does get bigger, but it's still fine for car knitting. Yes.
Yeah.
And I have it in my lovely Fat Squirrel bag. Love it. So that's that one. Then I'm working on 2 pairs of socks. I showed you the sock. I have showed you in the past the sock yarn that I got. This is just an Opal yarn. I'm making these socks for my dad. So you can see the pattern there.
It's just a nice rib.
Yes.
And it goes all the way
from
the cast on to
all the way down.
These
are
foot.
Top down. There is no actual ribbing, like no cuff. It all
the whole thing is
you use the smaller a smaller needle. You use a 2.25 for
what would be
depending on the size,
an inch and a half.
And then you change to a 2.5.
Oh, okay.
So and then that's the heel. That's just some Regia that I had that I actually made Dad his first pair of socks in. So. And the pattern I'm using is in my that book that I got down in Florida last year in the Sockcupied. Absolutely love this. Yes, this is the sock. This is the book, Sockcupied. Love this. So this is Anne's go-to sock. This is by Anne Budd. So I followed that one, and because we know our dad's shoe size because he tells us his shoe size, and he duck feet.
Yeah, that's where we get our.
That's where we get it from.
Yeah.
So what I was doing was I have this thing that I got off of Jewel Thief. My Jewel Thief knits, and it is, I put it in this little do-a-tang thing. It is shoe size charts for knitting socks. Oh, so cool. It has like women's, has your women's, your men's, and your kids' shoe sizes, and how basically it tells you how long a leg to make, a heel flap, the heel to toe, the toe, and the actual foot length.
Foot length, yeah.
Yeah. So I've written down all my boys in there so that if I want to make them a pair of socks. So that's what I've done.
That's great.
Why not, eh?
Yeah.
So so that's what I'm doing. That's how I'm doing this. So, and I've had my husband try it on, and my husband's foot's just a little bit longer than our dad's foot. So he's like, it's awfully loose. I said, that's how he likes them. He doesn't want it constricting.
Yeah.
Because you know. Yeah.
Well, he's a senior.
He's a senior.
He's going to be 87
a lot of them,
next week.
Yeah, next week he's 87. Yeah. So, and as you get older, you end up with some circulation and swelling issues in your feet and all of this sort of stuff. So and he doesn't like the constriction. Mm-hmm. So, excuse me. So that is what. So that's one, and I'm now on. I've done this much of the second one.
So you've switched to the 2.5.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, no, actually, you start with the 2.5, and you go down to the 2.25. I think it is. I don't know, one or the other. But anyways, it's fine. And then I'm knitting one of my sons. He likes bright colors.
He likes bright colors.
So I am knitting him the yellow Opal that I got.
Wow.
So I know. So, and this is, I made myself a pair of the Regia socks, and this is all the leftover, and that's, so I just did the, this heel for him.
Oh, yeah, that's just a regular.
Yeah, just a regular, German short row heel.
Yeah.
And then, and I think, I'm not sure about the toe. I'm going to see, I'm hoping to have these done before I have to get to the toe, because I might do the toe in brown.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah, well, because he's got big feet.
Yeah.
He's got like size 12, 13 feet. So it's like, oh, I hope I have enough yarn. So that's why I'm putting all this stuff in there to make sure I have enough to fit the knit the foot and the leg and everything. So so that is that's the other thing that I'm working on. But it's just those two things. But I did work a little bit on my cozy memory blanket.
Yes.
I did a bit more. I think when I last showed, I think these were done already. These 3 here. But now I added these 3. This row here.
That's excellent.
Yeah, I put the little tags on them just to show.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. It's so cute, and it's getting there.
It is.
Yeah.
Look, it's
1, 2,
nice.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have at least 3 more rows to go. At least 3 before I stop. I want to see how long it is when it's 15 rows by 11.
Yeah.
I figure that should be fine. I may have to go to 16 or 17 rows.
Yep.
But I want it to be a nice rectangular length.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, it looks amazing. I love it.
And I'm just gonna give that to one of my grandbabies.
Oh, I just love the patchwork look.
I'm gonna put some flannel on the back. I'll buy some flannel, wash it, and then put it on. I actually have a friend who is very good at doing a lot of her. She lines, like if she makes a kid's sweater, she lines them.
Oh,
she always lines them. So I am going to ask her for a little assistance in that department.
Good idea.
Yeah. So that is that. That's pretty much what I'm working on. I have been putting, because I am going down to Florida, In a month I leave, and I'm trying to work on projects. I was thinking those 2 pairs of socks I was actually going to take, but now because I'm working on them, I'd like to. Well, Dad's birthday's next week, so I have to get that one done.
Yeah.
But it's brown, so I have to work on that through the day.
Yeah.
It's like working with black. It's really dark.
Yeah, it's got a kind of purple hue. It's not exactly eggplant, but it has
It is. There's a. It is. I've seen that reddish.
Reddish undertone.
Like a reddish undertone.
Yeah.
To it for sure.
But it's a brown sock.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. So I thought, well, that'll be good. I'll just get that, and I can give them to Dad for his birthday next week. He'll love it.
Yeah, he'll be thrilled.
What do you get an 87-year-old man?
Yeah,
who's got everything.
Socks.
He seems to like them.
Yeah.
So so that is that. So now I'm gonna have to pick out a couple other projects
to bring. Well, yeah, because like you said, the Birds of a Feather is great knitting. For the few days
it'll be really good for the 2.5 days you take to drive down there.
Yes. Now
I will be working on.
Now you said you finished a sock blank socks.
Yes.
So
and I've done a stripe sock because I've also done that. Perfect is striped, so I've done that one.
Yes.
And then I'm working on these 2 pairs of socks.
Yes. So what do you do next? Are you going to do another sock blank? Because you've been doing a lot of
Yes, I do have a sock blank to work on.
Doing the skeins.
I'm trying to find where it is. I have all this stuff. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. I have limited space here. I know what I'm working. Oh, maybe it's down here. Yes. Here it is. This is one by our friend Jen, yarn therapist. Yeah, she's a yarn therapist online, and so this is half. There's the other half. So I will be making a pair of socks out of this, and it will micro stripe. So I'll get like 1.5 rounds of one color, and then about 1.5 of this. So it'll be blue, purple, blue, purple, blue, purple, blue, purple. Nice. So yeah, so I'm trying to figure out if I do a slight pattern in that or not, because it is quite stripy. Yeah. So I might just do a vanilla sock, but I'll see about possibly finding something for heel toes and cuffs. Yeah. Just to add a little differentiation.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, but so that's by our friend Yarn Therapist. She also does amazing self-striping sweater yokes. Yeah. So like if you did something like this, she does it so that as you knit where the green is, it changes color as you go down. Yeah. And then you add the other color you want for your sweater.
Yeah, so it's the right, because it's fewer stitches here. Yes. And then you increase, of course. And she has the math down so that
she has them in newborn size up to about large to 5X large, I think it goes up to. Okay. Her striping. Because you have to know roughly what size of sweater, and she knows roughly the math in that, so that you have the right amount of striping, so it'll.
Yeah. So for example, if you were interested in doing I think it's called the Camino sweater. I forget.
Oh, the Camaro?
Camaro?
The Camaro.
No, I think it's called Camino.
That one? Yeah. That's the Camaro.
Okay. And it's a V-neck.
Yes.
You could get her yoke.
Yes.
And you wouldn't even have to buy a bunch
you don't have to ends to weave in. It's amazing.
The striping would work for that.
Yes, it would.
So like her math is amazing.
Yes, she said it. We're always laughing. Yes, she has the math.
She always talks about, well,
she
has
you could just
the at knit night, and we're like, how do you do this? And she's like, oh, you just do this, and we're like,
and we're just like, woo. I've got my basic math, and that's what I need for everyday use. Yes. I was not bad, but now I just have to be reminded. I could probably do some of this stuff, but I just have to have somebody go over it with me a couple times. Yeah, exactly. It's been so long. Yes. So that is one of the things I'm working on, or I'm thinking I'm going to take with me. Yeah. Yes. I'm going to make 2 of these little Goodnight Moon pillows. Yeah. They're supposed to
like
be
stuffies
roughly
for...
about 12 inches by 6 inches. And I've got it all caked up.
Yeah.
This is the yellow yarn that we got
from
our very first knit crate was this, and it's called Banana.
Yeah. It's super bright. Well, you can
and
see
it's actually
how bright it is.
It's actually worsted weight, so if I hold it double,
because we got 2 skeins.
I got 2 skeins, so I'll hold it double, and I should be able to knit 2 of these. I'm going to make one for each of my grandbabies.
And you just change the hat.
Yes, I will. I'll put a different hat on for each of them.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I want to work on.
Yeah, definitely be bringing that one down to Florida.
I want to get the pattern for the... Yeah, the ranunculus. And this, I'm going to hold these together and knit it in that.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
I know. So that is what so this is Sugar Bush Drizzle, and does it have it does have a colorway. Fuchsia Flurry is the colorway. And this is from, we got it our first year at Rhinebeck. It's, we got it at the Indie Untangled. This is Duck Duck Wool, and it's called Big Hair Don't Care. I thought that's perfect.
Yeah.
And when my hair used to be. So I thought that was perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to take 2 of these just to make sure, but I'll have the 2 of them.
That's going to be
that's
so
one of the
gorgeous.
Things. This is, I want to make myself just another vanilla pair of socks.
Yeah.
That's that one. I always like to have a vanilla pair of socks on the needle. Oh yes, and I want to make a shawl for my sister-in-law.
Oh yes. So
this pattern, it's hard to find. I had to write it out. It just would not print. But this is the name of the pattern.
Right. It's a sort of a French name or something? Yes. So let me see if I can pronounce it.
Le tutu du châle en mousse de
vague. So, le tutu du châle en mousse et vague.
Yes.
I don't know what it means.
No, neither do I.
It's mousse like the dessert.
Yes. So I have this one. I remember I ripped out that. I ripped out the Candle Hearth shawl. Yeah. Because I loved it. I absolutely loved it. That was so much fun, and it would be so warm and cozy. I wish it grew wider, faster. That was the only thing. It's a very narrow. I want it to be. Yes. I don't mind it being triangle, but I want it to be a wider triangle. Yes. Anyways, it is one of the Diamond Luxury, the Stella Bella, because there's stellina in it. You can see the little sparkle. And this is actually like a chain plied yarn, where it looks like a chain instead of just a twist. So this is 87% baby alpaca, 9% polymade, which is the stellina, and 4% nylon. So, and there was 175 meters in one skein, and this is like 4. Oh, so you've got skeins. 4 of those. I wound them all up. Okay. Together when I took it apart. I just did it that way. Okay. So I had a hard time. I could not find more of this. That was one of the reasons I ripped out the Candle Hearth. But I found one that's very close.
And it's not even the same brand.
It's not even the same brand. This is Queensland Collection Lesh. Oh, Lesh. And it is Lesh. 40% extra fine merino, 30% microfiber.
It's super squishy.
20% milk protein, and 10% silk.
Lâché means milk.
Yes. So it's pretty good. Needle size is 4.5 millimeter, and this one says 5.5 millimeter for this one. But they look about the same.
They do look about the same.
When I pull the yarn out, like they look. It actually looks thinner than the other one that wants you to use the 4.5. Yeah. So
what were you thinking of making with
these? I'm making that shawl for my sister-in-law. Right. And I'm going to have a look up just to double check the pattern when I look at it. I think there's some lace in one part, and the lace is going to be done in the stellina part, I believe. Okay. So, or else maybe I'll do the lace in the single and the in the plain color and the lace in the in the plane.
Yeah.
So
is that your
that's
stove?
the oven.
Yeah, you should.
That's
probably
the
go check
stove.
on it.
I have to go shut my stove off for a minute. It's alarming. There we go. Sorry about that, everyone. Margaret will just cut this out in editing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is that. That's everything that I.
So far you've got a few. Then you still have enough time to come up with if there's anything else.
I figure. Well, that's 2 pairs of socks.
Yeah.
Because we're going for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to make sure that I have.
And you have.
Yes, I know there's yarn stores, and I have a few. A shawl, 2 pairs of socks,
and
2
2
pillows,
stuffies. That's not
and
enough.
a sweater. And if I can get the pattern for the ranunculus, then I
right.
will. Then,
that'll take up a lot.
No, Jen says that it knits up in like 2 days, 2 or 3 days. It's a really quick knit because you use big needles.
Right.
So yeah, that's the one thing I have to make sure I have all my needles and stuff.
No, I want to do it.
I know it knits up really, really quick.
I love the idea of it knitting up quickly.
I know. Me too. That's why I want to try it. I really like it. So,
yeah.
But yeah, that is it. And then this past weekend, so this is what we've been up to, besides her working. This past weekend, I was at the Kitchener-Waterloo, Kitchener-Waterloo Knitters Fair out in Kitchener, Ontario. I was lucky enough to be at the booth at Jen, yarn therapist, and Karen, who is Feisty Fibres. Karen has amazing colors of yarn. You should see her yarn, and she's got like really big, thick, chunky yarn that she's been dyeing now. Okay. Oh my God, I was like, it was like drooling. Some of it was just so amazing.
Yeah, she has some. I think she has some kits for the Soldotna as well.
Yes,
and because I've seen some posts on Instagram that she shares.
I don't know if it was this. Oh yeah, it might be the Soldotna, but also she had kits. She had some stuff all ready to do the ranunculus as well.
Oh, okay.
So I believe because you can use it anywhere. That top you can use anything from a lace weight.
Yeah.
Up to a worsted weight. Wow. So yeah, just So basically, a lot of the people I've seen are using a fingering with a lace weight together, and that's why, you're doing. Like I'm doing. That's why I wanted to do that. So we went. So I went there. Margaret was swamped, slammed and swamped with work.
Yeah.
So she didn't go. I got to go. I want to. So I went and I was there. I did take a quick look around, and of course I had to go and find, I had to go.
Yeah, you told me. I haven't even seen it.
Hasn't even seen it. I had to go to, this is My Needle Crafts.
Yeah. She does beautiful.
She does.
Not just bags, but like needle cozies and like really beautiful designs.
So she posted these on Instagram, and I had to get one.
Yeah. It's adorable.
Her friend makes the felt, dyes it.
Oh my gosh.
Dyes the felt, and they stitch it on, and then look, she even adds little like stitches of grass in there. And look, see the little curlies on the sheet?
Yes, it's so cute.
They have so many different colors. They had a really nice red. They had pink.
This nice pink
This
color.
nice pink like that. They had white. They, just like they had so many different colors, but I absolutely loved it. Absolutely. And I was like, I have to. She had them last year, but they were like gone like that.
Yeah.
Just gone. But it's really nice.
So
it's
cute.
A good size. Like
it feels, and because it's this nice.
She said a 2 to 3 skein project bag.
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah. So,
that's
but yeah.
Definitely.
So she's My Needle Crafts. Handmade bags and accessories. So she also does a lot of stitch markers. Well, that's who we usually get our little Canadian, our little maple leaf. It says Canada on it.
Yes.
Progress Keeper that we, when we do a giveaway, that's where we get it from.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
These bags are, like this bag is just beautifully made. It's
lined, it is.
And it's nice and deep and it sits open nicely. So if you had your
there
project.
She is myneedlecrafts.com, And she is on Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yeah.
So,
and she's lovely.
She is. She's an absolute sweetheart. So, and then I had to go and see South Beach Yarn Company and she actually came up to me.
Oh,
and said, we've been watching you with make your shawl out of. I did that spring rain shawl. Out of her yarn. It was the baby alpaca silk and cashmere. It's like,
we kept raving over how
oh my god. She said that they were following me along with that. So I went up to them and I just picked up a couple things because I'm really trying to not get a lot of yarn. I really don't need a lot of yarn.
We've been good this year too, trying to use up our stash this year.
But you can never have enough minis, especially when they're solid.
Yes.
So the pink is called Tango Pink.
It's nice. It's kind of a corally pink.
Yes, and the blue is called Blue Skies.
It's gorgeous.
So that was that, and then she also had these really cute stitch markers, and I love licorice all sorts, so that's perfect.
Adorable. I just love that.
They're just
you show me
the cutest little thing. So I love those stitch markers.
Yeah.
So that was what I got from her.
That's awesome.
And then I went to Yarn Candy Studio. Now, we saw her in the summer because that was when I bought the gray yarn from South Beach. She was beside South Beach Yarn Co. And she had, she does all kinds of notion stuff, stitch markers, but she makes these really nice, she has like the really nice scissors. And they and she beads the cord and puts one of the rubber stoppers on so that your needles, your scissors can always have the point covered.
Yes.
So she made those. I thought, well, I've got like gazillion scissors. Anyways, this is a strap which I can attach to anything. It comes with a carabiner,
which is cool.
Which is very cool. She beads a lot of her stuff. So first up is
I love that.
You can never have enough measuring tapes. So yes, with her little sticker, Yarn Candy Studio. So that was first. Next is a pair of folding scissors.
All this came on the strap?
Yeah.
Very cool.
And so she beaded that as well. So there's that. Then there are stitch markers. This holds stitch markers. So it's got, and they're green, black, and purple. The ones that are in it. So and it just unscrews. And you have your stitch markers inside.
That is so cool.
I know.
Oh my god, she's like got it all.
I know.
You just have this and you got everything you need.
Then on this ring here, she does a row counter. But look, she beads each end.
That's what I was thinking.
She puts like the little filigree on the end. And then beads it up.
Yeah.
So that's this, and then there's the crochet hook for mending.
Yep.
And she puts a little bead on that, and then you have a pen.
Oh, you can't go wrong with that.
Just a small little pen. So, like that whole thing was like $26, I think, for the whole thing. But I thought, I really you can't go wrong. It's got everything.
Yeah.
It's got everything.
Yeah.
So
and what's cool is that not every project bag, so like not all of my project bags, they all have
they usually have a tab, but they don't all have
these handles. So that is perfect for
excuse me.
Perfect for any of the ones that don't.
Exactly.
And so you can move it from project to project.
Or you just hold the thing like that and just put it in.
Yeah.
It's like perfect. Yeah. Absolutely love it.
That's a great idea. She's very.
So yeah.
I'm always amazed at how innovative and creative people are.
Exactly. So that was that. But I ran into Carolyn.
Yes.
So she posted that on Instagram. I don't have Instagram on my phone. That's why I don't take pictures.
I saw Carolyn's photo and then I just reposted it.
Yes. And then I saw Jason. Jason came up from Pennsylvania to visit. Him and Rocky they were staying in Niagara Falls.
Oh, nice.
So they'd never been up to the falls, so they wanted to do a couple things. So they came up to the falls and they did some of the touristy stuff up there. I said, you really have to go to the winery section. Though.
Yes.
You have to go to Niagara on the Lake. I
Yes.
said, it's very, very different than Niagara Falls.
Yeah, definitely is.
So I don't know if they did go, but I know they did thoroughly enjoy their time.
Oh, that's so good.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm always
in
happy to
Niagara
hear
Falls.
that people
So I
like
ran
the
into
visit.
him. It was so nice seeing
Yeah.
the two of them. He just gives the best hugs,
Yes.
the absolute best hugs. And Paige sent hugs to the two of us from him through him. So that was nice. That's Paige the Framer, and she's got the Frame and Fibre podcast and a store called Frame and Fibre.
Yeah.
She's a very avid knitter and a picture framer. So yeah, so and that was it. And I had a few people come up saying, "Oh, I watch your podcast." So I thought that was really very nice. It's so nice to be recognized because we don't know what you look like.
Yeah.
So when people mention that, it makes you feel so good.
And it's always funny because you're always like, oh, I don't really know if anybody's watching. I mean, we get some comments, so we figured, oh, maybe there's a dozen people who watch, but the chances of those dozen people actually seeing us.
Yes.
But
I know exactly.
Yeah. It's very flattering when people come up and say, oh, we like watching you and that.
Very, very flattering.
Yeah.
It's just it's very appreciative of
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
So that is pretty much looking around. That's it.
That's everything.
So anyways, we will talk to you later, and thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. If you're new, welcome. I hope you find something that you enjoyed listening to us ramble on about.
Yes. So and hopefully we'll be recording again in about 2 weeks.
Yes.
Before, but we'll definitely record at least once more before you go down.
Definitely.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
for sure.
So thanks for joining us.
Yes.
And we will see you next time.
Thanks. Bye for now.
Bye.